Okay, so we are going over reference materials. You need your star reference sheet, and we are going to look at the linear equations section of it. Okay, so you should all have a paper like this in front of you. Star reference, Algebra 1. This is the paper you will be allowed to use on the STAR test. However, you will get this blank, and then we will practice filling stuff in on it. Okay, so go halfway down the paper. You're looking at the linear equation section. Okay, linear equation section is what we are looking for. So we are going to go ahead and write the information we remember from these different things. So looking here, if I am looking at standard form, right? Standard form was ax plus by equals c, right? There's my standard form. In standard form, like here's my graph, here's my x-axis and my y-axis. In order to find my x-axis point, what do we remember? So in order to find right here where the line crossed the x-axis, what was y? Y was 0, right? So we're going to end up with x comma 0 is going to be wherever that point is, right? We put in 0 for y and figure out what is x. Okay, because remember all ordered pairs are x comma y. Now if I'm looking for my y-intercept, right? So in order to find the y-intercept, what is my x going to be? X is going to be 0, so it'll be 0 comma something y. I will take this 0 and the y, put it into the equation I have, and solve for the other variable. Okay, we did this. So this is just my notes to myself. To remember when I'm looking for x, y is 0. And when I'm looking for my y-intercept, x is 0. Okay, those are just my notes to myself. So that's on standard form. Okay, that's how we found the 2 points. Slope-intercept. Slope-intercept, what did the m mean? M means what on slope-intercept? Slope. Okay, your m is your slope. So I'm going to go m slope. What else do I know? What is slope? Slope is what over what? Rise over run, right? Write this information down. It'll help us remember. And remember, rise is going to be up and down, and run is going to be left and right. What is the B on slope-intercept? So B is y-intercept, absolutely. B is the y-intercept. That is where it crosses the y line. Okay, let's go down and look at the point slope form. So remember, I have this whole big thing, but there's some information in there that I know. The m of that equation is what? M still means slope. M is always meaning slope. And I will have 2 points on this line, right? I have a y and an x. So I remember they're going to be x1 comma y1. Okay, remember that those 2 points I can pull out. I can pull them out of that equation. I can go ahead and plot that point and then plot the next point once I know the slope on point slope form. Maybe you want to make yourself a note to remember that when you find out these points, it is going to be the opposite of what you see, right? So if this number is subtract 1, and when I go ahead and put it here, this number is going to be 1, right? Just remember that if this is the equation, okay, if that's the rule, what we have to figure out what we get from there. And then a slope of a line. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? And we also remember that slope, so m, slope of a line, this is just regular, we'll just call him slope. What other words that we can use for slope? How about rate of change? Okay, rate of change is another one. We have that rise over run we said already. if I have my 2 points, where I'm going to have x comma y and x comma y, this would be group 1, this would be group 2, I would put that information in to solve for what my slope is. So all of this right here is stuff that if you go to take a test, I want you to know this to brain dump the information. So when you get to questions, it'll help you remember. So if I have a question in point slope form, I can go, okay, looking at this, well, this, my point is going to be this, right? Here's my x value, here's my y value, put a dot on the graph. My slope is going to be right here. Okay, what's the slope? Go up and over to go ahead and plot where another point is, and then you can graph that line.